Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for watching. Happy Sunday. Happy New Year. Happy New Year 2023. This is the first show for 2023. I want to wish all of you Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And hope that this year going to be the year for blessing, the year for salvation, the year for abundance, the year for everything that you have been wishing for in 2022. So we just had the president's speech, and I want to do some analysis here because some of the facts or the issues that the president raised were very, very vital, and it's very important that we know much how the speech went. Okay, so those issues that are very, very vital are what I'm gonna be talking about. We have seen the 2022, the events of 2022. We have seen all sorts of La Republic manipulation. We have seen how the economy of La Republic is going down the drain. We have seen all sorts of development in terms of how the crisis has impacted the economy of La Republic. You have seen La Republic citizens crying for food, crying for help that they are suffering. The prices of goods in La Republic is skyrocketing. If you go to La Republic, things are getting expensive. They are increasing the prices of goods and services in La Republic every day. The recent communique that we hear from La Republic is that even passports, the mere passport that you have, and ID cards, I don't know how much it costs now. Something that used to be for $1,000 before is about 10,000 now, or to 15,000. Passports that used to be for probably 25,000 to 50,000, it's around 200,000 now. So everything is just expensive. And this is what is going to cause chaos in that country when they're trying to catch up with the economic losses that they're having, the money that they spend in that country just to fight the people of Southern Cameroon, just to put the money in the war. So the question that we're asking is, how can you spend money on the war when you are not going to win the war? Even militarily, even on the negotiation table, you are not going to win the war. Okay? You saw what they have been doing of recent, right? The people of, as the president mentioned about what they did of the special status thing, right? It's not working. And when they send some delegation to Canada, as we hear, they went there and they were instead bringing their own proposals. They left the Swiss-led negotiation just to go back to Canada. So what kind of country is that? The Canadians are there. They don't even know that La Republique is just trying to play the time game with them. They cannot even. I think they should ask La Republique, why do you leave Swiss-led negotiation that was ongoing and was there for almost 2 years when the negotiation was already. Why do you abandon that? And all of a sudden you say you are going back to Canada, and in Canada now you went and rally people, and it's not even something official. It's just like a kind of dialogue or discussion between Cameroonians, as they will call it. They say there were some members of the leadership or the frontline leaders were there. Who were there? Who are those? So this is what we are talking about. We want a real internationally recognized negotiation process. Okay, we understand this crisis is taking a toll on the people of La Republic. They want to end this war as soon as possible, and they want to use any premature means to end the crisis. The president mentioned about this. They want to use either brute force to end the war. They don't want to go to negotiation table. They want to use their military and keep killing our people. Keep killing our people. That is what they want to do. Okay? But for how long are they going to do that? For how long are they going to be doing that? Right? It's not going to end well with them, because those bloodsuckers are just hungry. You know, they set confusion among our people. They are still trying to suck more blood from our innocent people. Okay, but the people of Southern Cameroon are more resilient than ever before. You saw the Washington D.C. march. You saw the Washington D.C. march where all Southern Cameroonians from across America came. The president also mentioned a march that is going to take place in Washington D.C. in, I think in May, in May of this year, 2023. So that will be a grand rally. That rally will be a grand rally that will involve everybody across the globe, because that is a rally that will show the world that Ambazonians are resilient and they are ready to take back their country. Okay, yeah. So when you see issues like this, okay, the president mentioned the issue of the restoration of our statehood, and urge all the diasporans to take contributions seriously, because if they want to see results will only come with money. Result will only come with contributions. Result will only come with monthly donations. That commitment, okay? You cannot expect results when you don't contribute financially. You cannot expect results. What do you want those guys back home to do? What do you want them to do? How do you want them to prosecute the war against the giant La Republic military? What do you want? How do you want them to prosecute the war without having enough materials? So that is the question that the president was asking. Okay, these are all something that he mentioned about the heroes. What do you tell the heroes? The heroes that have gone before us, all the thousands upon thousands upon thousands of our people that have been killed, that have been massacred, that have been genocided in this crisis. What do you tell them at this juncture? So we have to fight for them. We have to fight. Put this thing in your mind that you are fighting for these people. We are fighting for the liberation of these people that went before us. They never died. They never went ahead of us that we should abandon them. Never. They never did that. Okay? They went ahead because they want us to keep fighting for them. That is the thing. We cannot abandon them. We cannot let them down. No, we cannot. That is why we are going to keep the pressure on La Republic to go for negotiation, to go to the root causes of the problem. Okay? The president mentioned about the new platform, okay, where you can put your contribution. You can do your contribution. The platform, the CID platform, okay. If you go to www.ambajuice.com, it's called ambajuice.com, www.ambajuice.com. That's the website. If you go to the website, with as little as $10 a month, you can make sure you register on this website, okay? www.ambadues.com. That's the dues, the monthly dues that we want to make in place. As we all know, this is what has been going on. We are expecting to target at least 5,000 subscribers so that we can run things within the interim government. Okay, we are targeting 5,000 people that will register for this to this website. Okay, this CID website. It's very important. Okay. The president mentioned most of the issues. He talked about the ARF, okay? The ARF should join the counties and LGA because with that, it gives a kind of leadership control. You have seen for the past few months, the ARF that are not in any LGA or county, when something happens, it's very difficult for you to really put ARFs together. Okay, especially when you see the kidnapping thing, all those things. This kidnapping is mostly done by these Atanganji boys, right? But if there is no mechanism for control or leadership, it causes a lot of issues. That's why La Republic can go and kidnap anybody and they will put it on the leadership. That is why we wanted, because most of us in America, we don't want to do things the wrong way. We are trying to do things the right way because we understand the difficulty and we understand how the international community is looking at the leaders. So when we talk of this kidnapping thing and that the ARF should relate to their county chairs, to their leadership, so that in case there's something, we can defend the ARFs, right? We know that the chairmen are there, the county chair, the LGA chairs are there. They can give information about what is going on, okay? Because if there is no mechanism or leadership, it's very difficult, and that is why you see the United States was trying to investigate those crimes that people reported. Okay, if they kidnap somebody's family member, and the person asks the chairman of that area, the chairman say, "Hey, I don't know." They ask they ask maybe the Secretary of Defense. The SOS say, "Oh, I don't know. I've not heard anything from the LGS." Okay. When the cabinet is trying to find out now from the president say he has not had any information about that kidnap. So how do you think we can resolve this kind of issue? That is why we want that kind of mechanism where we can resolve issues. You see, of recent, we have seen a lot of ARF having issues among themselves, and when they have issues, that's when they are looking up to the leadership to resolve their problem. Okay, whereas when you are under your leadership, it's very difficult for those little things to occur. That's why we are trying to make sure that the restoration forces are under one banner, so that they can be a kind of control, they can be a kind of accountability, so that if you see sometimes you guys back home don't know that we are also fighting a diplomatic war abroad. You saw how they arrested some of our leaders, some of the other guys who were released, but that is what we are talking about. When you say, "Oh, the diaspora is there, they should come home and fight," this fight abroad is a different fight. This one is diplomatic fight. This one is the fight that is with the international community. Without the diaspora, La Republic can just crush all of you there, and nobody will care. Nobody will care anything. Okay, but the fight that we are putting abroad is the fight that is necessary at this time. Selling the struggle to the international community. So you remember when the struggle started, they cut the internet. Why do you think they cut the internet? The regime of Biya never wanted anyone to know how many people are being killed, that there is a crisis going on there. Okay? Yes. So that is what we are talking about. And the issue is that most of the thing that we face abroad is something that you people cannot face there, because you are in the battlefield. We are also in the battlefield, but the battlefield abroad. Okay, and that's why the president mentioned about that. Okay, the president mentioned all this about the All Ambazonian Conference, the summit that is going to take place in May. It will be a very, very important summit in May of this year, 2023. So then the president also mentioned the role of the IG. Okay, the role of the IG. The IG plays a very significant role, and we expect the Southern Cameroonians to understand that the IG has its own specific role. The IG is like a guardian angel, trying to guide against. It's just like a a mother hen protecting its chicks. So there is no way you guys can say the IG, the role of the IG is is different, or we want to make sure that what we are trying to do. That's why when they want to call for negotiation, they are looking at the leadership. When some of you say, oh, there's no this, there's no that, there's no this, but when they are looking for who to talk to, like for negotiation, who do they look at to? Do they just go and pick anybody? No, they're looking for the frontline leaders. They are looking for the government. They are looking for those people who are the leaders. That is why leadership is very important. Some of you don't understand that, but the roles are different. All of us are in the struggle, but all of us have different roles. But we are still moving in the same, we're in the same ship. Okay? Some people are captains, some people are this, some people are this, but we are in the same ship. We are moving towards Boya. Or everybody will not play the same role. That is why the roles are different, right? We will not play the same role. Okay? Our mission is to restore the free Southern Cameroon, the statehood of Southern Cameroon, the restoration of our statehood. And we are fighting against colonialism, colonization. This is what we call neo-colonization. That is the post-colonial colonization. This is what is happening in Southern Cameroon. It's what they call post-colonial area. After the white man left, the black-on-black colonization. That's what we are facing now. And many African countries are faced with this same black-on-black colonization, where most of the presidents are selling out their country's resources. Okay, back then they were selling the slaves. Now they are selling by the resources. That is why what we are fighting for. Some people don't understand. We are fighting against this colonization, neo-colonization, and what we know, and what they call marginalization. Okay, and how is marginalization? How do you know about a marginalization? When they want to wipe out a people's identity. Okay, they want to wipe out the people's culture. They want to wipe out the people's anything that belongs to those people. That is why, how can you say two countries came together, right, on a federal system? One country takes everything and put in his own name. Then they're asking you, what about this other country's constitution? What about this other country's anthem, their flag, their own institutions? When you get into a relationship, for example, a marriage relationship. The husband brings his own stuffs. The wife bring. You people come together as a union, right? But if the relationship is not working, then the document, the marriage certificate that you people were supposed to sign, you did not sign it. Okay, the arrangement that you put said you will bring your own constitution, you will bring your own constitution, you put them together and try to see how it works. If the arrangement was that they should not change anything of the form of state. They should not change anything. That was the arrangement. But one person go ahead, cancel it, change the thing, make a fake, what we call fake referendum, make a fake referendum and put yes and we and call it a referendum. Then change now to United Republic. Okay. Then after Aejo did that, Pobia came now and just put it to La Republic. That is what is happening. Today is their Independence Day. Why are they not celebrating it? Because they don't want the people, they don't want people to know that they had their own independence in 1960. This day, 1st of January, is the Independent Day of La Republique. Why we celebrate our independence? They are angry that we are celebrating our independence. Why? We had our independence the same 1961, 1st of October. That's why we are proudly celebrating our independence. Proud of our independence. And we know what we are fighting for. We know the genuineness of our country, the genuineness of our history. Okay? No one can take that from us because it's your identity. It's your name. It's a land that has 4 pillars. Yes, Southern Cameroon has its 4 pillars. La Republic cannot remove that. When the United Nations bring a map and gave to Biya like this, take these 2 maps. This is Southern Cameroon. This is La Republic. They gave Biya before the crisis started. They did 2011. They came to Yaoundé and gave Biya that map. You all know that video. I don't need to play it anymore. They gave Biya that map. They said, this is keep this for your reference. Okay. The thing that will let you know that if not of Southern Cameroon, La Republique and Nigeria could have still be at war today in the Bakassi area. But what did the ICC told them? The ICC was the one that told both Nigeria and Cameroon to respect their boundaries at independence. That is when all of them had their independence without Bakassi. So how can you come and be fighting Bakassi when Bakassi was not in your map when you had your independence? That is when all of them went into their shells. That is how the Bakassi crisis ended. Yeah, that's how the Bakassi crisis ended. Both La Republique and Nigeria were asked just one question. During the time of your independence, was Bakassi in your count, in your map? Both say no. They say, They say, so why are you fighting when this area was not in your map at independence? They say, please go, you both should leave the land. It's in Southern Cameroon. It's not in La Republique. It's not in Nigeria. That is how the Bakassi problem was solved peacefully. It was very peaceful. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing that La Republique is afraid of negotiation now, because if they go for negotiation, they will tell them. They will ask them just that same question. Was Southern Cameroon part of your country when you had your independence. No. That is why today they don't want to celebrate. La Republic is the only country that does not celebrate its independence. I don't know why these La Republic people are so dull that they don't even ask their people. They don't even ask their government. They don't hold the government accountable like people can hold their government. They have to do that. They have to hold their government accountable, responsible. They can't forget about that, right? Their government tells them lies and lies and lies every day. They don't hold their government into account. So, what do you do? What do you do to help this situation? Remember the hundreds of people that disgraced Paul Biya. You saw how Paul Biya could not even talk. He did not even know where he is. Imagine a head of state ruling more than 10. How many million people are there in La Republic? The man cannot even talk. Cannot even walk. Does not even. He has dementia. He has problems. He does not even know where he is. How do you have this kind of person at the helm of your country that you think that that country can run well? And to them, it's very, very normal to them. They don't have any problem with that. For the past 40 years, they are okay. If the people of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, did not rise up, they would have not even been able to even start talking of, il faut aller à la fédération. They are very proud now and very free to talk about federation. Whereas they couldn't have said that. They couldn't. But because of the system there and the fight that we have put forth, they can now probably even talk about federation until they say, I'm a proud federalist. Like the likes of the Munzos. The Munzos, who are the people who are saying that they are federalists, but they are not putting any fight. So they are just sitting and watching and saying that they are proud federalists. Then they will be calling us secessionists. And they say, the secessionists are this, the secessionists are that. It is abundantly clear that the Paul Biya regime does not have any interest in solving this crisis. Okay? This is a crisis that he created. He declared war. Okay? So he just spent his time. I listened to his speech. When I just listened to some few excerpts. It's just about excuses upon excuses. For the past 40 years, it's the same thing. Okay? Speeches and speeches and speeches, but the country is going down the drain. The economy is zero. They are begging for money. They are looking for money. Okay? We hope to see the United States, who has been the champion for human rights and liberation of the oppressed people around the world. Okay? They must take that action to force Paul Biya to go to real negotiation, because any negotiation with precondition, we will not accept that, because when they are trying to go to Canada and tell our people what to do, or that they will not discuss the form of state, they will not discuss federalism, that they will discuss decentralization. What kind of decentralization are you talking about? Our country came together with your country. Right? Two countries came together. Then one country is claiming ownership of the other country. Look at the way our parents left Nigeria. Our parents left Nigeria very peacefully. when they were there, they discovered that they were not treated well there. Yes, the treatment was not good. The same thing that is happening now. The members of parliament, they left. They left the house of Enugu for almost how many years? The people of Southern Cameroon self-ruled themselves. We were not part of Nigeria, we were not part of Cameroon. It's only after that period of self-governance, during the time that they want to give independence, that's when they were asking us to either join La Republic or to join Nigeria. How can our people live fry pan to fire? 64 countries voted yes. How do you ask some people, do you want to join fry pan or do you want to join fire? You don't ask them that, okay, or you want to stay on your own. You don't want to join any of those hot air, fire, fry pan or fire. Which one will you choose? That is the option that they gave our people for independence. And the countries voted because they knew that they were voted for our independence. You cannot vote for somebody's independence and you come later and say, no, the person does not have independence. No, all the countries that voted for independence still have that vote. 64 voted yes, 23 voted no. Okay, there were 10 abstentions in that vote, all United Nations. 1st of October 1961. So all the 64 countries have not they have not denied their vote for our independence. No, they know that Southern Cameroon, they voted for the independence of Southern Cameroon. And if we went into any union with La Republic, it was for an equal status. That is, we maintain our own infrastructure, our system, our government, and they maintain theirs. Okay, the gendarmes are not even supposed to be there. What are the gendarmeries doing? After independence, gendarmeries were supposed to leave because those are French armies. You see, in many countries now, we see the French armies are leaving because the people don't need French armies anymore. They don't need gendarmes. What are the gendarmes still doing? They are post-colonial people. The DOs and the SDOs are the colonial masters. That is the people placed there by the colonial masters. They have they have ambassadors. The only people that should be there in each country are ambassadors. These DOs, SDOs, all these colonial governors that they put there, we don't need them. Our people are going to elect mayors and governors as they do in America. We don't have SDOs, senior divisional of what is all that? That is the French system. That is why the DOs and the SDOs and the governors, they dress like the colonial officers used to dress. That cap, all those things that they dress like that. That's how the colonial masters dress. That is why we call them colonial governors, colonial DOs, colonial SDOs. You don't understand why we call them that. But that's how they dressed, the same, like the colonial masters. So we don't want them there. They are not supposed to be there. Okay? The British used the chiefs. The chiefs were the leaders under British rule. Okay? Not SGOs who come now and unelected. They are not elected. You see? So the question is, why is Paul Biya still thinking that he is the president of Southern Cameroon, who people that did not even vote for you or does not have your support, you are still trying to rig elections coming now? And I heard his speech. He said he has an election for senatorial election in 2023. Who voted for any senator? All those people are just appointed senators by CPDM. We did not vote for any senator. Okay. Yeah. Why is he still claiming legitimacy over Southern Cameroon when the world knew that in 1961 the agreement was for two-state federation? Okay, it was not for a unitary state agreement. France and French Cameroon and those they are killers. Okay, they want to massacre all our people. Okay, that's all they want to do. They are killing you, they are killing your people, not because of the love of our territorial integrity. No, it's a love for your natural mineral resources. Okay, that is all. That's all. Okay, that's all. And you see the French and its allies, the French people, they are still providing Biya with money and weapons to kill more of us. So this fight is a very, very long fight. That's why I see, like the president mentioned, some of our people, Southern Cameroonians, are already fatigued. Okay, because of financial or all those kind of fatigue. We know the morale sometimes is down, but let's know that this is a long fight. This fight is long because we are fighting against world giants. Okay, France is a world giant. France is supporting La République. That is why it's so difficult. So difficult for them to punish him. Yeah. How do you punish someone that France is supporting? France is giving a lot of money to African Union. So even the African Union cannot support, the guy who is there now, who is the president of African Union now, because the president, they rotate. It's a rotative presidency. But Macky Sall is the president of African Union. Is from Senegal. So do you think all these African countries that did not even vote for independence, like Senegal, all these French countries, they will not come to any support? Okay, we can have support from those countries that voted for independence. Okay, those are more of our target, 64 countries. If they start recognizing us, we are going to accept our independence. There is no question about that. So this thing is not even about bordering much about what is happening in La République. Our issue is just to continue our fight. The rest is going to follow. If one country, two countries start supporting our cause, as they have been doing, a lot of things is still classified. I cannot say it here, but a lot of countries are already behind us, and they'll be coming as we are moving forward. So we have to keep fighting. This is the fight for our country, the fight for our independence, the fight for our recognition. Okay, so whatever we do, please, let's keep the ball rolling. Okay, let's keep the ball rolling. The message the president said is never give up. That is one thing I have to tell you guys. Never give up. The president made mention of that. Okay, and we should understand. And he talked about he talked to the ARF to have the spirit to keep fighting. He also reiterated the ghost town. Don't forget, we saw some flyers in Bamenda trying to go around. They said the president has given olive branch. If you listen to the President Paul Biya's speech today, did you hear anything about olive branch? So that is where you know that it's only about propaganda. If there was an olive branch or anything really serious, President Paul Biya would have mentioned it in his speech, right? That's why I would say the Canada thing was a fiasco. The Canada thing was a fiasco. Because if it was something genuine or fruitful, would have heard from the president today. But nothing came in there, and Paul Biya never mentioned anything like olive branch, that they were sending flyers around. So you see, all these things are just done by plots and all those things. The president also mentioned his tour. He'll be going around to different counties, to different countries, meet the people tour. So that will be organized this same year. So a lot of projects are in the pipeline, and we know the president is ready to achieve all this. Okay, so I won't take much of your time. It's the first day of the year. I just wanted to say happy new year to you guys. I see you guys on Facebook. I see you guys on YouTube. I'm seeing you guys on Twitter. I'm seeing you guys on all the other platforms. So stay blessed. God bless you. And keep your support. Keep the spirit, okay? Keep the spirit as an Ambazonian, Southern Cameroonians, okay? That is what makes you a person. Any other thing does not matter, because if you don't have a country, you don't have an identity, you are nobody, okay? You are nobody. So let's keep that same spirit of keep fighting, okay? And everything gonna be all right. All right. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. Okay.